What is up, YouTube? Bubbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Hope everybody is doing good out there. Hope y'all are all ready for Thanksgiving weekend. If you got plans, you go visit family, be safe in your travels. But if you celebrate, hope you have a wonderful meal. And maybe enjoy some football, go shopping, take a nap, whatever the case may be. But anyway, I'm going to try to keep this short. I tried to record this earlier and realized I like to talk and the videos get long and I don't think people want to hear everything. But before I get into the main meat and potatoes, since we're talking Thanksgiving, I want to just touch on a little bit of kind of where I'm heading with all of this. First of all, you're going to notice back here and back here is set up differently. Now, I don't have everything set up yet, but I do have new shelving put in, and I'm going to start placing and decorating and all of that things from the collection. It was kind of bittersweet. That wall specifically back there, where it had the two shelves with all the Nationals cards and stuff, that's pretty much been there nearly the entire time this channel has existed. But it's not that it disappeared. I didn't get rid of those cards. This is just going to allow me more displayability. And I had mentioned in a video I did back at the end of 2023, I kind of just discussed its time. And in that video, I kind of talked about how I wanted this room to just be like a fun area, a relaxation area where I can enjoy collecting things I enjoy to collect, things I enjoy in general. I can come in here, and I didn't want the chaos. I had way too much stuff in here. I had a lot of crap in here that was just unnecessary. It wasn't part of my collection. It was just this was like becoming a storage area more than like my little sanctuary or hobby room or man cave or whatever you want to call it. And so what this has allowed me to do, I started on it this week and or last week, I guess, and worked on it. I have been trying to just purge everything out of this room that is not part of the collection. Now, there might be a few things here or there if I have stuff listed on eBay or whatever, but outside of that, I don't want any of that in this room. So I will, as time goes on, I know I said it in that video that I was going to start sharing some things outside of cards that I enjoy or that I like to collect. And it's taken a while to get to that point. But you can see, like right there, that is a Lego set. It is currently disassembled partially because I'm working on putting a light kit in it, and the light kit had an issue. But you see little things. It's hard to see with this camera, but I'll share it better in the future. Back over here, there is some cards that I put in there, but up on that shelf, there's like some autographed pieces and stuff that I have shared on the channel before. But once I start getting things like put where I want it to be and all that, I'll kind of go through and just, as it goes along, as pieces are added or whatever, I can share it with you guys, talk about it and that kind of stuff. So it's taken me a little while, and I apologize. I haven't done a ton of videos. I understand that. But this is revitalizing my enjoyment. I told y'all in the last video, I kind of titled it Feeling Like a Kid Again, and told you my excitement, my positivity, all that is back up. Now, let's be honest. There's a lot of negativity in the hobby right now. So you might be saying, how in the hell are you so positive when we're hearing such this dark clouds and gray skies, and there's, the talks about different collecting, and you hear a lot more people talk about collecting, and you hear the gambling aspect, but there's no secret there that there's tons of gambling in the hobby today. So you might wonder, well, how in the hell are you being so positive? How are you chipper in this moment? And it's quite simple. A lot of folks say speak with your wallet if you don't enjoy the way things are going. And me and my wife used to open a lot of wax. We used to buy cases, actually, when it was pretty affordable. And we would sit down, split the case. She'd open half, I'd open half, and we would have a hell of a time. But when it come down to it, there was a lot of waste involved in that, and it was enjoyable but it also wasn't like extremely expensive, if that makes any sense. But when you really dug deep in it, there was a lot of waste involved in it. There was cards that we just didn't want. There was cards that we had no interest in holding on to, and they would just get sold to try to make more money, to buy back in, to get more boxes or whatever. And it was this repetitive cycle where it wasn't really accomplishing much in the term of collecting. We weren't really building the collection by doing that. It was just more of the what if, the excitement of opening that pack and not knowing what's inside. And I get the enjoyment that can be had from that. But when things got more and more expensive, it was time to pull the plug, right? And so we haven't been opening wax really at all in probably over a year, probably close to 2 years. And what that has allowed myself, and as well as her, we've kind of stepped back, and I've talked about this too recently, just kind of reevaluated where we wanted the collection to be, what we had a lot of fun with, what had meaning to us, and that sort of thing. And instead of putting the dollars out into the slot machine, we're putting it into actually buying the pieces that we want. The beautiful thing is, right now in the hobby, with everybody throwing their money into the slot machine, you can pick up some really nice stuff without needing to go waste your money on a box. You could go on and buy really cool stuff way cheaper than the box itself would cost. Sometimes one-of-ones you can get cheaper than the box itself would cost. So, sure, you're not going into the woods and hunting for the trophy, but you're at the same time, you're browsing around and seeing, what lies outside, what people may have, are putting out into the available space for folks that want it. Now, I'm not going to get into in this video. I might do it later in another upcoming video. But there is a lot of talk about collecting, and I do have some opinions on that. I do have some things I want to share on the thoughts amongst that, because I'm going to be honest, I have a bunch here on the table, and I'll take this down a little bit, and you guys can see there is a bunch here on the table spread out. And to be quite honest, the reason I want to touch on the collecting and stuff is a lot of folks would probably think, why in the hell are you buying that? There is this, sentiment that a lot of this would be junk. A lot of it is ultra modern. And I want to dig deeper into that thinking. But as I was speaking with the people and the folks out there throwing their money in the slot machine, I want to also say that everything here, I think the previous video I showed like some of my comc purchases, and I had said since July of 2024 I had been building up. I actually went back and looked before I started recording this. There was only 4 cards I bought in July. All of this is stuff since September. So you have September, I think it was like September 12th. So a month and a half, October, November, so 2.5 months curated here. And believe it or not, this cost me less than 2 jumbo 2024 Topps Chrome boxes would cost, if you can believe that. Those are 12-pack boxes with 11 cards per pack, and I got all of this for less than 2 of those boxes would cost. And to be quite frank, there's really nothing in those boxes that I would want to spend that much money on that there would really be a high chance that I could hit, especially at that price point. So if you're one that enjoys ripping wax, do your thing. When you list items and stuff, I will keep an eye out and see if there's anything that I want. But this has been a lot more enjoyable. I'm not going to go through every single thing here because I am trying to keep this a bit shorter. So I'm going to go through this quickly and just kind of give a little bit of rundown. This is eBay, and this is something where, as I said, it's not all going to be sports. I love the Die Hard series. I found this and did not know what the hell it was. But it's actually a Japanese movie promo phone card for Die Hard. This is a Pop 1 in a Gem Mint 10. and I had to have it. I love the Die Hard series, and I just thought this was absolutely awesome. And so that got me digging into what else could I find, and I found a seller in the UK that had a bunch of Japanese movie merchandise. And so I picked up a bunch of these. These are raw, but there's Die Hard with a Vengeance, Die Hard 2, a couple like action scene Die Hard 2s, the Laserdisc one, which I believe is extremely rare because I cannot find many Laserdisc phone cards at all. This is a Die Hard action scene, two regular Die Hards, and then I also happen to love Home Alone. So there's two different Home Alone 2s and the regular Home Alone. Now all of these are used. You can tell because they have the holes punched in them. But this is a cool, it looks like a gold credit card. Die Hard 2, a couple of the Home Alones here, different face images. This has got a little Japanese sand, and then a couple other Die Hards. So there's a bunch of phone cards there that I bought, and I think, some people might say those are stupid. Why are you collecting them? That's fair. That's fair. But I absolutely love it. Like those are really awesome to me, so that's what matters. I also picked up these. These are the Japanese media, like premiere invitations or something like that. They were given out. There were special passes, invites to get into the movies ahead of time. But these are for the original Die Hard. It's 2 media invitation passes. And then this is pretty cool. It's for Die Hard 2. You can see it's perforated. It's actually 2 separate tickets, but when they're put together, it shows the Die Hard 2 like a little mini poster. And then this is an overlay. It looks really awesome when light shines through it. I might try to frame that somehow and put like a light behind it. So that is some eBay stuff there. Here is a couple other eBay buys that I'll show off here. This is a 2017 Pro Debut Victor Robles, and it is the black 1 of 1. And then I have shared this one before. This is the Twitter Blue that I picked up, and it is numbered out of 3 of his first Bowman. All right, everything else is comc, and we'll get through it real quick. This here is a bunch of non-sport stuff, so I'll just show you guys. Here's some Sapphire Star Wars. I'm going to try to continue working on my set. I still haven't completed that, but I really enjoy that set, so I picked some of those up. A couple of these Super Mario stickers. I might actually work on this set because it's pretty cool. I like them. Some Masters of the Universe stuff. These are the 2 Skeletors. This one's Skeletor and Panther, and that's Skeletor from the 80s Mattel line. And then this is a Lost Worlds by William Stout, the Villains of the Universe, and it is also Skeletor. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then these are all just a bunch of mix of Venom and Carnage, and 2 characters I like. There's 3 main comic book characters that I like: Venom, Carnage, and Deadpool. And so adding some of those just neat looking pieces. That's what most all of this is just stuff that caught my eye. It's not like running a checklist. Some of this is going through a checklist, but a lot of it was me going on to comc, picking one of my favorite players or selecting a team, and then just kind of looking at different cards and if something caught my eye, which is real easy to do on there. Here's a Jerome Simpson Contenders rookie auto. This is a guy, many people may not know who the hell he is. I have a love-hate relationship with him because I actually ran his website for him before he got in trouble with the feds. And so that really pissed me off that he did that. We had a falling out just before that happened. But at the same time, it gave me a period in my life that I got to experience some really awesome stuff that I never thought I would ever dream of doing. Meeting guys like Larry Fitzgerald, hanging out with Chad Johnson or Ocho Cinco, however you know him as. So there is still a meaning behind this, even though he pissed me off and kind of screwed up. But anyway, Tyler Sagan Jambalaya. There's a Wyatt Johnston game dated moments. A couple cool little Ovies. And then a Brett Hall. He is in the Stars uni holding up the cup. And it's numbered out of 500 on that one. So, again, just neat pieces that fit into the collection. These here are from my daughter. She loves Ferrari and F1. And so I was picking up her some of the chromes. They're all refractor types, the inserts and stuff, but just some Ferrari chrome refractors for her. This, I'm not going to go through all of these, but I am working on, I really love the canvas cards. I love the photography. So I'm trying to put together all of the Dallas Stars UD Canvas set runs throughout the years. So that's a bunch of those, working on that. Next up is just some random national stuff I'll share with you guys. The celebration on the final out from Heritage, the team photo, the Robles Stadium Club Chrome when they won. I actually have the red refractor out of 5 of that. Adam Eaton with the World Series patch on his sleeve. The NLDS Strasburg laying down a bunt. Strasburg Chrome, little image throwing a hat off the parade bus. Me and the missus were at the World Series parade, so that's pretty cool. Luis Garcia Chrome, Keibert Ruiz Chrome rookie, Topps Luis Garcia Auto rookie with the 86 design, Josiah Gray, James Wood Transformative Talent. And then I've also thought about working, if I can find them all. It's going to be difficult. It's already been a challenge, but the roster in chrome black refractors, I don't know if it's going to work out, because I don't know if some of the guys are even going to have black refractors, but so far I do have Adam Eaton, and I picked up a Howie Kendrick, who was in a very important part of that World Series. And then I didn't have this. Y'all know I collect Michael Taylor, the 2014 Bowman Chromes specifically. This is the Silver Wave. It is numbered out of 25. So that's another one that I added there. All right. Next up, again, I'm not going to go through them all. I'll just show you. But these are all Jake Ottinger inserts that I just thought were cool. Sparkly, refractory, that kind of stuff. And I'm not buying every single one. I'm not trying to do a rainbow or anything, but just cards that catch my attention. And I'm not buying all of the inserts and stuff of the players. I really want stuff that looks nice and stands out and catches my eye. Same thing here with Robertson. I do have more of him, and there's reasons behind why I would get some of these. Like this, it looks like a simple card, but it's a retro design, and I really like the black uniforms that they had, so I liked that image. But some of these are just cool little inserts. I like the triple exposures. Some of them are E-Pack exclusives. But yeah, there's some Robertsons there to add those to the collection. Next, I'll show these. This is a Metal Universe Platinum Portraits. I love that insert set, and it is a CGC Pristine 10. So this was way more affordable than it should have been, especially being already graded and in a pristine. This as well. This is a Skeletor Panther sticker, and it is signed and authenticated of Alan Oppenheimer, who did the voicing for Skeletor. He also was Falcor in the Neverending Story, as well as some other characters from movies back in the day, but I just thought that was a really awesome piece. All right, next up, I'm working on some Ryan Zimmerman stuff. Obviously, he was a lifetime career national, and their first pick and everything. So I'm working on some Zimmerman stuff. I think he is way underrated. But this is a showcase. It is the Legacy Blue out of 150. There's another Legacy that's like an aqua, but it looks eerily similar to this same one. I liked this blue, and it was a good price. I'm working on the regular refractors, but it is a challenge because for some reason Zimmerman has gaps where he's not even in chrome, but he's in chrome sapphire. So I'm having to figure out like what he was in and what he wasn't in, and then trying to track down the refractors or whatever of those. I also am working on the black refractors, but again, some years he doesn't have black refractors. Either they didn't make them or he just wasn't in the sets. So like this one, the base is black, so they made the white refractor. So I picked the white refractor up and substituted that. And then I do have a couple of the black refractors. Now, the most expensive piece out of all of this that kind of shot the price up a little bit is this Victor Robles. Y'all, I've collected Robles since 2017. I neglected him for several years, and this is kind of where what I've talked about, like reflecting back where I was having fun and what was very meaningful to me. And I realized I was neglecting some of these guys that I really enjoyed collecting, and Robles was one of them. And I came across this. It's a museum collection bat barrel, and it is a 101 obviously, but the important aspect of this card and the reason I could not let this go, the bat nameplate, it has the VR for Victor Robles and then the God in front, and he did not use that bat nameplate very often. And if you remember, I don't have it here because it's actually being authenticated, but the card with me and my kids, when he signed it, I had him inscribe the God in front on the top of it. And he, even down in the minor leagues, he always wrote this on his equipment. He would write it on his glove, his batting gloves, his hat, like everything. He wrote this. It was a very important reminder to him. And I was looking at my collection of him, and I have a bat knob, I have a logo man, I have the Jackie Robinson patch, I have almost a full nameplate, the nameplate patches, I have the card with me and my kids, I have super fractors. Like, I had all of these pieces, but I did not have the bat barrel. And when I seen that, I was like, you know what, I want it. And why is some of this important, and why am I sharing it with you guys? Well, we can sit here and argue, like, what is a collector and what is comps, and did I pay too much, and was this worth what I paid for it? Was the diehard stuff worth what I paid for it? The truth is, it was worth every penny, because it was stuff I wanted. It's not about the comp or the market value when it is being placed into a collection. This stuff isn't going anywhere. This is now in my collection. If there's another Robles collector out there, they're not finding this, because it will be buried in my collection or on display or whatever. I'm going to be enjoying this. So when you take some of these values and all of that into account, or what is something worth, well, it's worth what the person who really, really wants it is going to pay. And sometimes I buy things that people probably think I spend way too much on, but it's pieces for me. And I want to dive deeper into the collector or collecting topic, give some more thoughts on it, because I find that in general, this hobby, there's terms and words that get thrown out a lot, but they don't really have a defined definition, or they don't have a defined meaning. And I want to just discuss that, and I'm not saying I have the answer or I have the definition or the meaning. I just kind of want to discuss it and go a little bit deeper in it with my thoughts behind it. And anyway, guys, I do appreciate all of you. There are going to be more videos coming. I've worked my work schedule, even though I work for myself. I've been getting better at cutting down and having some extra time to enjoy life and not just work all the time. And that's going to allow me to have some extra time to fill in and doing some videos and stuff like that, enjoying the pieces, discussing stuff with you guys. Drop a comment, leave a question or whatever if you'd like. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you have a wonderful day. And if I don't talk to you before Thanksgiving, enjoy your Thanksgiving. But as always, stay safe, stay healthy. And until the next video, I'm out.